Hello, GameTech Super Sham here, and in this video I'm going to be showing you guys how to make an awesome, custom, free profile picture to put on YouTube that makes your channel look really awesome. So, the first thing you need to do this, and it's a really easy thing to do, is just get this program called Paint.net. It's completely free and it's not like a spyware or anything like that. It's pretty famous because it's a pretty big competitor to Photoshop. So it's on this website called www.getpaint.net, and I will leave a link in the description for that. There's going to be a lot of ads because they need to make money, so don't get confused by it, and just go ahead and click on the link in the top right, which says Paint.net version 3.5, because the beta has a lot of bugs. I learned that the hard way. So go ahead and click on it, and it's kind of confusing, but again, the 3.5 version and the download column, click that. You'll come up with this, and then again, in the top right, the free download now, 3.5 version, again. And once you come up with this screen, you can pretty much click open here, the zip. It'll open it, run the exe file. So if I open it, it's downloading. It'll open it. Just go ahead and click on the exe file. Install the program. It's really simple. There's no like, oh, you should install this. Here's a toolbar. There's nothing like that. Just it's a nice installation. Just go ahead and install it. And it's a really quick installation. And I'll come back to you once you're done with that. So I'm back, guys, after installing the program. And once you open the program, Paint.net version 3.5, you come up with this screen, and this may look daunting to you if you've never seen anything like this before, but it's pretty easy to navigate once you know what you're doing. So, to make a profile picture on YouTube, you need to have a square image, and to do this, we're just going to go to File, top left, click on New, and in this window we're going to click on 800 pixels for the width, and instead of 600 for the height, which is default, we're going to make it 800. And this makes it a perfect square, as you can see right here. And since it's 800 by 800, the quality of the profile picture is it's also going to be really high, so your profile picture isn't blurry, because you are making your own channel branding here. So once you have this done here, you can do a lot of different things here, but I'm just going to be telling you guys how I made mine. How it's just how to get started with a nice, but still professional logo that you can make. So the first thing I always want to do is just select a couple of colors that you want that you want to be like your part of your channel whenever you brand your channel. For example, when I say GameTech Super Sham, I want to be red, black, white, dots, stuff like that. You want to have just colors that people will identify your channel by every time they see it. So let's say that you want blue and red as your colors. So you can, to change the color scheme, which is on the bottom left corner, click on the primary color, which is the first one. It should be black by default. Click on it, and then you can just change this wheel thing anywhere you want to change it to that color. So let's make it blue. Let's do right about there. And for the secondary, you click on the secondary, which is the white. It resets the color wheel, and red. So now you have your blue and red color scheme set. So now anything you do should be in the blue and red color scheme. So if I want to draw something, it's blue. I don't know what that is. So the first thing I always do is get a good gradient down, so it's a nice background. So just click on the gradient icon. It's like a toolbar thing in a left. It's right above the colors. Or you can just press G on your keyboard to get to the gradient option, and then start on the top left corner and drag your mouse cursor to the bottom right corner. And boom, you have a nice gradient here. And you can change it. Right now it's on linear in the top left corner and above the tools window. You can change it from linear to reflected linear. That didn't really do anything. To diamond, there's all these different sorts of things. Radial. This one just looks weird. There's barely any red in this one, but you get the point. There's a lot of interesting things you can do with this. I don't even know what this part does. But you can really customize it based on how you want your gradient to look. You don't have to start off with a gradient, but I always do just because I think it looks cool. It sets a nice foundation. So once you have your gradient down, you can pretty much do a lot of different things now. Once you have your colors down, you should probably have your text in nice contrast with those colors. So the first thing you want to do is probably put down some text, right? Like, you can just have a blank color as your icon picture. So you want to put some text down. You can either press the text on the toolbar button, or you can also just press T on your keyboard. It does the same thing. And click anywhere on the screen on the image, and boom, you have text. Now, obviously, this is really small. So what we're going to do is change the size, and I prefer like the largest size. That's because I had, initials. So if you have, like, let's say you have a really, really long thing, a really, really long channel, you can just put, your channel name right there. And you can move it around. If it doesn't fit, you can always move it. And you can shrink it down. Let's make it 100. That doesn't work. Let's make it 95. And just move it around. And you can always put different layers. Like, I can press enter and do something else. And I can just move it around. I can make it, bolded, italicized, underlined, none. I can cross it. There's a lot of different things you can do. And you can change the font to anything you'd like. And there's no copyright issues here for 99% of the fonts, just because you can't copyright the logo if you use the font. It's just, you can use any font. I wouldn't use a really crazy one that you've never heard of, because you never know about the copyright. But you can use, I don't know, if you like something really common, like Calibri, I don't know. Something that you think represents your channel. For example, let's do this one, since it looks all techy and stuff. And depending on the font, you can make it way bigger. But, that's just what it is. This is a pretty weird font. This is the largest size it goes to. But you get the point. You can make it any font you want. And just put your channel name at the top or center stage. And then you can have, some smaller, more different details, like a rectangle. You can pretty much have like a logo shape that just like defines your channel. So if you want, like, what I did with mine is I put a line here. Actually, the first thing I want to tell you about is when you're doing a text thing, like I said earlier, what I did that makes text look really cool from a distance is when you have your text here. Let me get a better example so that you can actually tell what I'm doing. That's an interesting size. Like I said, the fonts are really random when it comes to size. But once you have this, you can make it look really cool when you do the fill. So you can do horizontal lines, and that looks amazing. You can do vertical, diagonal, cross, and all these things look really nice from the top right corner. You can judge how they look from a distance, because that's pretty much the size that your profile picture is going to be looking. No one's going to see it this big. You can look at it 50% dots. You get it 75% dots. You can do 90. You have a lot of different options here. The one I did was sphere, and it looks really cool in my opinion. But there's a lot of different things you can do here. A ton. And so, there's a lot of customization you can do here. Once you've picked that, like I was going to say, you can put some lines and curves in, like if you want at the top here, like a line, you can make it really fat. Not that fat, let's not do it that fat. So, no. You can do it really fat. I think I did like 20. Okay, maybe not 20, maybe like less than 20, but you get the point. You can do a lot of cool customization things here. You can make it a different color. You can make it black, if that's your third color, for example. And once you're done with that, you can really do anything you want here. You can draw on it. You can make some markings like I don't know, waves. You can really do all sorts of things you want to do with it. And it's really just your thing. You can make it professional. You can make it a crazy logo. You can change the colors. You can do all sorts of things. And there's so much to learn here. Even I don't know, like, 20% of this. And that just goes to show how amazingly detailed you can go with this thing. This program it's the Photoshop program. You can do, like, literally down to the pixel. You can get it right. I mean, that's how great. Look at all these random things I'm doing. It's just insane how detailed this thing can go. But at the end of the day, you can do a lot of cool stuff with this. and it just goes to show, if you really take your time to this, there's really a nice logo you can make. Personally, I think having just a logo here is a pretty good logo. You have your channel name in big letters, you got a nice gradient, you got your colors set. It looks good in my opinion, and that's just one way to make a nice logo on paint.net. I'll have a link to this program to download in the description below. If you have any comments or questions on, if you didn't understand anything, just leave it in the comment section. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. If you did, enjoy this video, if it helped you, make your own logo, be sure to give it a like. If you want to see more of these kind of videos, if you enjoy the videos I make, be sure to give it, that subscribe button. And I'll see you in the next one, guys. Adios. Thanks for watching this quick video, guys. I hope it helped you a lot. If it did, be sure to subscribe to this channel by clicking on that logo. Thanks.